Boy Dutch, the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Prison Stories Uncut, he over East Baltimore in the real trenches. But before I hop off in the storytelling mode, I want to send a big shout out to the brother Ram K89. This brother sent his hard-earned money in, blessed the channel through Cash App. Appreciate you, brother Ram K89. And last but not least, we got the brother Gerald Winder. This brother sent his hard-earned money in, supported the channel through Cash App. Can't appreciate you enough. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, pimp. Just stay locked in. I got us, Gerald Winder. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it.
He could tape to the chair on the floor, squirming, try and get free, with her cries, screams, and yells being muffled by the tape over her mouth.
So Fat Sammy tell her like, yo, if you gonna kill her, I ain't gonna be here when you do it. He get to walking out front. He hopped in his vehicle and spent wheels. Last thing he needed was that type of attention from law enforcement. So yeah, he went on here and spent wheels, got out of there. The police sirens getting closer and closer. Kamika is furious. She in the house blacking out. She got the gun pointed at her twin, yelling out like, you jealous bitch. You gotta fuck up everything for me. I want my fucking money. Getting angrier and angrier with her finger getting tighter and tighter around the trigger. What if my kids would've came home, bitch? You ain't my fucking sister. Wiping the tears away from her eyes. She's like, no, you ain't my fucking sister. But looking in Jamaica's eyes and seeing her own face staring right back at her, she just couldn't find it in her heart to pull the trigger. But in that moment of hesitation, a white rookie cop, fresh out the academy, come through the already open back door with his service pistol in a military stance pointed right at Kamika. She's standing there with her gun trained on Jamaica. So when the rookie cop sees this, then look down to see Bano's dead body laid next to her, in his mind, he's stopping the shooter. He yell out, freeze! But instead of Kamika dropping the gun, she turned around with the gun still in her hand. He opened fire. Boom, 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 boom. Lit her up. She dropped to the floor right next to Bano. The rookie cop yelling, stay down, stay down. But she hit 4 times. He get to making his way in the living room. His partner come through the back door behind him. He sees the front door, kicked off the hinges, Bano leaking out the back of his head, Jamaica tied up to a chair laid on the floor, and now Kamika laid out with a gun in her hand. The rookie cop kicked the gun out of her hand and was careful not to touch it. His partner was like, Jesus Christ, better get an ambulance. Kamika on the ground shaking, coughing up her own blood. The rookie cop, he get to cutting the tape off Jamaica. Soon as he pulled the tape off her mouth, Jamaica get to yelling out, help her, help her. You shot my sister, help her. He looking dumbfounded like he don't know what to do. His partner done went out to the car to call for the ambulance. When he get all the tape off Jamaica, she's screaming and yelling. She's screaming and yelling for them to hurry up and get an ambulance. He trying to explain to her there's one on the way. She crying, she pulling at her head. She don't know what to do. Jamaica just laid out, clinging on to life, barely breathing. Jamaica keep yelling, you shot my sister. But the rookie cop, he telling her, ma'am, she had a gun pointed at your head. Why was she pointing the gun at your head? What happened to this guy? He said pointing at Bano. So Jamaica trying to explain how they got robbed. And the dude homeboy killed him and took the money because they was high profile dancers. While she explaining all this, paramedics come rushing through the door. And at the same time, the house phone start ringing. The paramedics, they scoop Kamika up onto the stretcher and rush her out to the ambulance. But they didn't take Bano, they just put a white sheet over him. He was already checked. He was waiting on the corner. Jamaica rolled all the way to the hospital in the ambulance with Kamika, holding her hands, saying, sis, you're gonna be all right, sis, you're gonna pull through, sis. So sorry, I love you, I love you. She felt Kamika squeeze her hand, and just like that, she checked out. The paramedics did what they could, they tried to revive her. Baby girl ain't make it. Jamaica was going off in the ambulance, screaming to the top of her lungs, no! Meanwhile, the phone in the house still ringing. Mikey let it ring one more time, then hung up, thinking to herself like, damn, I hope everybody all right. What it is, it's your boy Dutch, the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Prison Stories Uncut, he over East Baltimore in the real trenches. But before I hop off in the storytelling mode, I want to send a big shout out to the brother Ram K89. This brother sent his hard-earned money in, blessed the channel through Cash App. Appreciate you, brother Ram K89. And last but not least, we got the brother Gerald Winder. This brother sent his hard-earned money in, supported the channel through Cash App. Can't appreciate you enough. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, pimp. Just stay locked in. I God, it's Gerald Winder. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it.
He could tape to the chair on the floor, squirm and try and get free, with her cries, screams, and yells being muffled by the tape over her mouth.
So Fat Sammy tell her like, yo, if you gonna kill her, I ain't gonna be here when you do it. He get to walking out front. He hopped in his